Randall Hughes with God Glorified, and we have some great verses to comment on today from our reading for December the 8th, in which we read from Galatians chapter 6 and then Romans chapters 1, 2, and 3. Some tremendous word. And so in chapter 6, we read of the law of the harvest. You reap what you sow. We want to sow good seed. Help us, God, to let your word be sown in our hearts and bring forth fruit so that we can be what you desire us to be. And then we look at the fact in chapter 6, verses 12 and 13, that the boasting that was done in the New Testament that's condemned is the boasting that is in circumcision, in the flesh. And when you look at Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8, 9, 10, and 11, you'll find that it is circumcision that they are boasting of that's being condemned, as well as them being Jews that are keeping the law. And so we read a whole bunch in Romans now in chapters 1, 2, and 3, in which we talked about the law several times. We talked about obedience to the faith. It's not just believing in terms of the process in my mind that Jesus is God, but it's obedience to that. It's the faith that drives me to do, to obey, to be, and to strive to be what he says he wants us to be. For the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, verse 17 of chapter 1. And that means as you walk in the truth, he will lead you into more truth. If you stop at any point, he will quit leading you to more truth. That is my understanding. The visible things of him from the creation of the world, verse 20, verse 20, are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal God, power and Godhead, so they are without excuse. There is no excuse if you don't believe in God. From the things that are seen, his creative work demonstrates to you that there is a God, and he says there's no excuse for you if you don't believe in him. What happens is your imagination becomes vain and foolish, and we change God, the glory of God, into corruptible things. And so God is going to render to every man according to his deeds, how he obeys by faith. And so we're not the hearers of the law are just before God, but the doers of the law shall be justified. And so Paul, some amazing things that he speaks here. In the day God will judge the secrets of men by Jesus Christ according to my gospel, Paul says. In other words, this will be some of the books that will be opened in judgment day that you will be judged according to. In chapter 3, your unbelief will not make the faith of God of none effect. It just means you will miss out on the promises. You will receive the judgment whether you believe it or not. And so it's so important that we believe in him and that he said he would establish the law under faith.